Well, hello, Doordashers or wannabe Doordashers. Welcome to my channel and showgirls around the world united. It's a dancer family. Ha ha ha. But anyway, door dashing, Pensacola. I learn more and more every time I run Pensacola. But anyway, I prefer Pensacola over Mobile because the streets are terrible in Mobile and the traffic is beyond belief in Mobile from about 4:30 till about 7:30. Um, so, and then you've got, Old Pensacola, which is West Pensacola, down by the strip clubs, over by the old Tiffany's, which is Centerfold Babes now, and the old Club Royale across the street, which is now, it's changed names several times and is now called Club Eden. And down by the old Lookers on Navy Street and all those old clubs at West Side, Pensacola. Um, Interestingly enough, West Side Pensacola is slammed with orders. If you're not getting any orders, by gosh, go down to West Pensacola side, down there by the clubs, and I'm going to tell you, you will get order upon order upon order. Just as soon as you deliver one, you'll get hit with another one. And they're all for Denny's and the chicken wing place. And they're all good size orders too. They're good paying orders all around 10 and up. Um, so anyway, uh, I'm here to give you tips and hints and tell you my experiences and how I handled it, and so that you can become a better driver. Um, let's see. Uh, this one. Let's go over this one. Is Sunday. Uh, and I didn't put my mileage on here. Um, Sunday, make sure and put the date and the day and use a logbook like this, you know, or a big notebook's even better. And put your date, your starting mileage. Even if it's driving to the location, you want to put that on there because it pays you to go to work. Um, Say you're going to try a different place like Birmingham or Michigan or Tampa, Florida or California, make sure to put that on there because it's pay going to work. Anyway, I scheduled shifts for Sunday, and so I was like pretty much scheduled all the way through. I picked up some good sized shifts in advance, and I was running a little bit late, so I had to um, take one of my shifts off. There was a little tiny shift before 10. So I deleted that because I was running late because the weather is raining real bad. And of course, in the rain, they're going to order Italian food and Mexican food all day long, and they're not going out of their house. So, when it's a rainy, crappy day, that's a good day for orders. Um, and you don't have to worry about a lot because, you don't hardly have to get out of the car. So, my next schedule was starting at 11 o'clock, which run 11 to 10 p.m. I got a big long schedule. And so usually I see them only run till 9, but I picked up that 10 p.m. jobber. And I was running just a couple minutes late. But as long as you clock in, before 30 minutes, or they'll sign your shift off. And if you have a shift, it's priority deliveries. You get more guaranteed delivery than you do if you're dashing now, unless they're just extremely short of drivers. But anyway, so I clocked in at 11:05. I was 5 minutes late. I didn't want to move the time because time was of the essence, and I was way on the other side of town at the Walmart. I had to pick up some things real quick, gas and that, and so I went ahead and turned my shift on. And as soon as I crossed the city line there, And sometimes it takes time to clock in. It'll say you're not near the hot spot, and I went, oh, you know what? Please. So I was probably at 12 miles from the hot spot anyway, but who cares? So you have to keep clocking in until it lets you clock in. And got in at 11:05, which was cool. Went over to Walmart and filled up. Um, the gas was, what was it when we did the first fill up per gallon?
2.44.
It was 2.44. And later we saw gas for 2.28. I think it was 2.28 at a lot of other stations. Some were too creepy to go in, but and one was actually a Shell. Uh, Gas and cigarettes are pretty cheap in Pensacola, but they're cheaper in Mobile and they're really cheap in NOLA. But anyway, so clocked in, and man, just as soon as I clocked in, I got an order, and it was for Wendy's. 11:05, $9.78, and then I got an order at 103 for two cookies from 9.94 for two cookies. I thought it was like 2 dozen, but it was two cookies. And the crappy thing is, some of these orders will come out of the shopping malls. And there's a big shopping mall in Pensacola called Cordova, which is by the big hospital, and that's supposed to be like the hot spot. And you'll get these weird orders. You drive around with your GPS and you can't find the place. And I'm gonna tell you, 80% of the time it's in that mall. And I don't know how many times you've been in a big shopping mall, but let me tell you what. If you got to traipse all over a shopping mall to look for food, because it's not always in the food court, sometimes it'll be in other locations because there's no more room for restaurant and food stuff in a food court. But anyway, I had never been in that mall, I don't think, in my life. I did a vlog of it, though, if you want to look on my channel. And so, um, uh, I parked over at Dillard's, which is the wrong place to park because I had to go all the way through that mall because it's way at the other side, more towards like the Steak and Shake area. There's a Steak and Shake around the outside of that mall. There's a bunch of cool restaurants. But if you were to park more by the Steak and Shake area, I think that will take you directly into the food court. So you have to cruise through the whole entire mall. But I don't like it because I have to go in the mall and it takes 15 minutes to go in. It takes 5 or 10 minutes to get the order and 15 minutes to get out. And we had to park in the back 40 because the mall was slammed. So then you have to walk to the car, and then you have to go GPS the order, and then you have to go drive to it. So it's burning up my delivery time and my ratings to me. It's doing that because it takes too long to get the order done. But and it was really weird because it's only two cookies, and I asked the lady, I said I need two chocolate chip cookies, and I wanted to verify the price because I wasn't sure if it meant 2 dozen or what. And there was like $3.50 each for a little cookie. I swear, $3.50 for one little cookie. I'm not talking the big giant ones that you make as a gag gift or whatever, like a pie. I'm talking about a cookie. And I told her, I said, uh, what's the price on the cookie? The chocolate chip one. And she said, I said, is that the only one you have? She says, yeah. And it's just regular size cookie. And she said, oh, it's like $3.37. I said, for one or a half dozen or a dozen? She said, no, just one. I said, okay. I said, okay, I'll take two. And she said, she said something really dumb. What was it?
Are you picking this up or you want to get it?
Yeah, she was like, are you picking it up or you want to get it? I said, well, I just ordered two cookies. I just want to buy them and pay for them. And so, I thought that was kind of odd. I mean, she's a salesperson. Why else would I ask for two chocolate chip cookies? But anyway, so I paid her, and there's two little cookies in the bag. And that order is $9.94. And I had to drive 4 miles, I think, to deliver it to a very nice place. It was a residence in a very nice gated community. But anyway, so we got the cookies and had to get going quick out of the mall to get back to the car. So GPS the address because they won't show you the address on DoorDash until you say you accepted the order. The problem is if you accept the order just as soon as you order it, then you don't have much time to get to the car. So I wait till I get to the car, get the order packed up, and then put accepted order. That way it gives me more delivery time. So, because otherwise it kills your ratings. So we got that done, GPSed it, drove down the boulevard about 4 miles, come to a very nice gated complex. And then the bad part is these customers do not put their full address on the order. And so they get the discount deal. You got like a $5.99 delivery to $7.99 delivery charge with DoorDash, depending on how far you are. And we get paid $5.99 or $7.99 for a delivery. That's it. The only other time you make more money is if the customer has tipped, which they have a tip selection on the app. Is 10% and up. You can pick to oblivion. And there are people that tip crazy. Trust me. Whether it be in person or on the app. So the two cookies was a $5.99 or $7.99 charge plus their tip. So they tip real good for me to go get two cookies in the mall and bring to their house. It was really cute. But anyway, and it appeared to be a gay guy that had got them. The only problem was they shot across the screen. Okay, um, uh, gate code is this, and I'm like, oh no, another one of those complexes with the gate code thing going on. And you had to drive to about 100 buildings, literally, to find the building because you have no clue where it is. And a lot of these complexes don't have signs or placards on the buildings. It's a living nightmare. I just can't believe how big the apartment complexes are. I grew up in California, and apartment complexes aren't big unless they're skyscrapers. They don't put tons of buildings to make a city. There's just not enough land to do that. So they, in the South, they make these little cities like with a whole bunch of buildings. We saw that in Mobile and in Pensacola. Mobile's worse. You'll have 100 buildings in one place. But anyway, so I tell him, okay, white Mercedes, Christmas lights. And I carry Christmas lights with me. That way people don't have to be scared to walk up to the car and wonder if you're DoorDash or not. Um, so, that's the way I do it. And they usually come right to the car. I don't have to go up to an apartment or anything. Just pull up near the building or at an office or the pool location in a big complex, and they'll meet me there. If you give them enough time and you notify them like every mile, or you say, okay, 5 miles, got your food, 4 miles, 3 miles, 2 miles near you, they'll be out there waiting for you out the front door or, outside of their building, which is really cool. So I tell him white Mercedes, and so he doesn't answer for a while. And I sent him a message. I just came in the gate. I'm parked at the leasing office. It's Sunday. The leasing office is closed, so I can't find out where the building is. And the buildings nearby didn't even reflect anything close to the building number the guy gave me. It was like a 4-digit building number. So I sent a few more messages, didn't receive any response. And then I text to corporate on the app. You can go in there at the question mark and touch it on the app. And it'll say, do you need to talk to them immediately or whatever? And you say yes, and then you go text. If you call, you're going to be on hold. If you do text, that comes up really fast. And even if there's 81 people in line, it's going to come up really fast. So, anyway, I love the way these people park. Hit your car, back up. But anyway, so I tell corporate I can't get a hold of the customer, and the leasing office is closed. I'm parked in front of the leasing office and by the gate. And so then we get hung up for about 30 minutes playing that game. And then finally, the customer shoots a message across, I'm on my way. So all of a sudden, this guy pulls up and he's sweet as pie. And I said, Doordash order? He said, yes. I said, name on the account. He gave me the proper name. I said, great, got your order. And it's fresh and hot. Because, you want the cookies in the hot bag because they were fresh cooked. And you want them to be hot. That's why you're being paid $10 to bring 2 cookies to somebody. So that was really cool. And gave him a Christmas treat and a thank you note. And told him thank you ever so much. And he said, I'm so sorry. He said, it's my fault I didn't put everything on the address. I didn't mean to. I didn't know. I just moved here. I thought I'd just try this service out. And I was like, no problem. We sure appreciate your order. And we hope you order again soon. And have a really great and blessed day. And he was just nice as pie. And of course, we wore our tipping badges all day. I love tips badges. You can find them on our website at showgirlltd.com. Those are kind of neat. They work very well. But anyway, so that was nice. And we left there. And I got an order at 2:16 p.m. From Wow Wings, which is in West Pensacola, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's West Pensacola, down there by the clubs, where you get millions of orders in West Pensacola. So Wow Wings and Denny's are the best place to hang out over there on the west side. You will get order upon order. And while we were there at Wow Wings, God, they have a drive-through and it's just nonstop. So their food must be very good. It looks like an old Taco Bell, an old Mexican building kind of thing. Anyway, it's like painted white. Anyway, took those to that girl, and I knew the girl when I delivered. It was pretty cool. It wasn't far away. Those orders down there are pay better on west side of Pensacola, and they're real close by. I mean, like a mile away from the restaurant kind of thing. The area is kind of raggedy, but it's okay. The people are real nice down there. Like I say, I knew this girl from my work, so it was pretty funny when it delivered. Anyway, then at 3 p.m., I got an order. A lot of times you have to restart the app during the day if you're not getting orders, and you have to move around because I think the app just stops sometimes. And you have to really pay attention to your signal because if you don't have enough signal, you're not going to get an order. And you can't play on your phone or talk on the phone because it will suck up all the power for the Doordash app and it won't function right. So you got to stay off the phone. No playing games or any of that stuff. Anyway, so I get an order for Janet for $7.35, and it's at Denny's on Westside Pensacola. And let me tell you what, oh, that took forever. They did not have the order ready, and it's shipped in by DoorDash, and they should have already had it going. Because usually when they send the driver, it's because the food is ready, and it was not ready. Every time I go there, I have to wait about 20-25 minutes, and I go through with a guy twice through this order. Okay, where's the cheese stick at? Where's the omelet at? And did you get this one? It's supposed to come with white bread. And he's like, oh, the white bread. And he goes back to get the white bread. That's another 5-10 minutes. Then get your drinks. I'll tell you the best thing to do with your drinks. When you get drinks, only have them fill it halfway full of ice and the rest drink. Because as long as you have a cooler with you, which I carry a cooler and cooler packs. I carry a little Playmate cooler with frozen cooler packs I put in my freezer. And I stack them around the drinks to hold them up straight so they don't fall over. The drinks will be plenty cold, and they'll have more buck for their dollar. When they get, a lot of drink and it's ice cold. So that's what I do. I have them fill it halfway with ice and halfway with drink. That way they get a lot more of their drink flavor than they do ice. And it's real cold when I bring it in that cooler. But anyway, so I go through the order, get my napkins, straws, sauces, extra sauces, and flatware, and all that good stuff, because all that's free. Um, I, I even brought jam because there was toast, and I didn't put jam in the bag, the servers and that. So I went and grabbed some jam at the table I was sitting at, waiting calmly. And be real nice to the people in the restaurants, because um, if they don't like you, they're going to jack you. Every time you come there, they'll jack you. You don't even have to tell them you're with Doordash. They'll just treat you like poop. So be really, really nice to the restaurant people. And if they're really reaching out and helping you out, dude, throw them a buck out of your pocket. I've done that when they were really busting butt for me, or giving me some free stuff that I should have been paying for. Extra, like extra sauces or whatever for dinners and that they usually charge extra for. They'll give it to me because I smiled and I was nice to them. And if they're really going out of my way and it's a $5 restaurant or whatever, I'll throw them, a buck out of my pocket. Because the next time I come, they're going to remember me, and they're going to have my stuff ready and rolling. So, anyway, got that order, went through it twice to check it. And the guy's like, yeah, the cheese sticks are on the bottom, this, that, and the other. I'm okay. And went through it. So I didn't click it as picked up yet till I got to the car. Then I start organizing my order. I put my drinks in the cooler, put the ice packs around them, close that up. I take the bags and add extra napkins if I think it needs extra napkins, or some straws that it's missing, or salt and pepper, or whatever. I pay attention to what the order was on the app to know what needs to be in there in case, they need it, because some people like ketchup with their hash browns or with their fries. Some people like salt and pepper. Some people like secret sauces, all different flavors for their chicken nuggets or whatever. You got to think about if it was you and you were in a hotel that had no flatware, no plates, no sauces. You know, you got to think about it if it was you. So make sure to get a little bit of everything. It's worth it. Trust me. The tips are great when you get the cash tips, and your ratings are outstanding when you really go that extra mile. So anyway, I got all the stuff, and I threw a Christmas treat in there, and so drove over to the location, which was like a mile and a half away. It was great. Again, West Side Pensacola, and got up to the house. I had sent them several text messages. White Mercedes, 1 mile near you. And they said, don't pull up in the driveway. Well, that was a good idea because the driveway's destroyed and the water from the rain you couldn't see, but I bet everybody bottoms out coming out of that driveway. And I could actually stop in front of the house because it was like a little neighborhood and a little simple one-way type street. So it was okay to stop right in front of the house for a moment. They had a big corner lot. And it looked like a minor child that had come out to get the food, maybe 15 years old, something like that. And they were real sweet. And so I didn't know how they were going to carry it all. We offered to help them take it to the door, and they said, no, it's cool. So they literally came to the car. That's how neat. If you engineer it right, they'll just come to your car. You don't have to say much because they're used to Uber and these other delivery services where they do deliver to the car. And so you don't go to a door and stuff on these other delivery things. So anyway, gave them all the extra stuff and the stuff and everything. And it was a huge order. I mean, it had all these drinks. It had like probably 5, 6 plates of food, all kinds of stuff. And I got paid $7.35 for it, but I don't know. The problem is that after I left, the customer sent me a message where the cheese sticks. And that upset me a lot. I swore that I had seen them. They had so many different foods and stuff. I swore that they were in there. And the male server at Denny's, Westside Pensacola, confirmed with me twice that the cheese sticks were in there. It was the first thing he put in the bags, he claimed. And what I should have done was empty the whole order out and go through it with them one by one by one. And see, I had been to that place 2 or 3 times before and got orders from them. And so I believed in them, but it didn't work. I don't think. I don't know. The order may have been in there. It may have not. Like I say, the guy and I, double checked this twice, and everything's supposed to be in there. But the customer's saying there was no cheese sticks. So the only thing I can do, because I can't go back with a DoorDash card and order another one on my own and pay for it. It won't clear. They only issue the money per order. And they only give you like $1 or $2 extra on the order to cover tax and so forth in case the price changes or whatever. That's all they give you. So, and then if I have to go on text with corporate or call them, I'm going to be down for an hour with no orders. So, I just told the customer, I'm so very sorry. The mail server and I went through the order twice and everything was in there. But if you like, just contact DoorDash and they will give you a credit back because DoorDash didn't pay for the order up front. I mean, DoorDash issued order already paid up front, so I didn't have to pay for it with a red card. So that means it's something like the customer used a credit card or their account, whatever. So they can get a credit back on that. They can. They'll issue them a gift certificate or credit, I'm sure. So it was like $3 or $5 for cheese stick, I believe. Anyway, if it was in fact true, unless they're trying to smoke DoorDash, I don't know. But anyway, I just told them contact DoorDash and they will happily credit their account. Terribly sorry for the inconvenience. And that's the end of that. So I didn't hear any more from them. Didn't hear anything from DoorDash either. So, anyway, I started with a 5.5 rating. By the end of the day, I ended up having a 4.5 rating, which bit. But it was kind of a problematic day with a few of the orders. Okay, so got that order done and sold a tip button to one of the waitresses at Denny's when I was there. She wanted 2, and I only had 2 on me. We needed at least 1 for work. But anyway, I sell those on my website, showgirlltd.com. Anyway, next order was $3.44 for Wendy's, and that was $8.48 was my pay on that. No bonuses on that day, on Sunday. There were no bonuses that I saw, or it blocks the bonuses when you're already logged in and scheduled in, maybe. I don't know. So anyway, that was $8.48. Delivered that. Then I get this order as I'm trying to drive back to the good side of town over there by Dillard's, because I wanted out of there before nightfall. I didn't want to work West Pensacola at night. And so years ago, it used to be real creepy down there. I don't know if it's any better now or not. But I worked down there many, many years down that way. And I didn't like it back then, day or night. But anyway, but I will say West Pensacola is fine delivering in the day that I know of. I don't know how the nights are now, but man, you'll get order after order, that's for sure. I didn't get any cash tips down that way yesterday. So although other drivers that I've talked to for DoorDash in Pensacola claim they don't get any tips, but I always get tips. No, you have to ask for them. It's just good service. Clean car, you look good, the food's done right, and you get the job done. They're great, and I don't bust my butt speeding all over the streets like Pizza Man he delivers. Forget it. I'm not doing that. But that's all it takes. Smile, thank you, appreciate your order. Okay, so I get this. I'm cruising back to the Dillard's Mall, try to get to the other side of town before nightfall. and because it'll be dark about 5, and I get this order that goes back into West Pensacola, and it's 9 miles just to pick the food up. I went, no, 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 no. I'm not going back there. So, and what was done was I accepted the order, and then when I saw the mileage after I accepted, I was like, dude, 9 miles just to pick up the order, and then it's mileage after that. I am not doing a 15-mile order. So anyway, because I'd have to cross all the way back. I was right next to the Dillard's Mall, like 1 mile. So I sent message, cancel order, give it to another driver. And it asks you why, and it says, because it's just too many miles. That's not enough pay, it's too many miles. So that was my own stupid mistake. So anyway, I probably whacked my ratings just for that. Then anyway, I get an order right after that, boom, for BJ's, and I'm up by Dillard's. So I go hit that BJ's order, do that. That was $6.58. As you can see, there was a low ball tipper there. Then $5.35. I get an order for a place called Yums. It's an Oriental place in Pensacola by Dillard's Mall, right around the corner, just on the other side of the hospital. $6.58, and that was like a 2-mile order. I was like, yeah. So that was really good. And they were very nice. They came out to the car. The guy did, and as a matter of fact, he sent a message like, "Don't knock on the door." It's like, you know, I already got my thoughts about that. And that was in a very, very, very nice housing area with a gated community type thing. It was very nice. And we pulled up right in front of the lawn, and handed everything out, and had miles of Oriental food. The prices are very good at Yums for Oriental food. You get a bulk load of food for not much money. He had tons of stuff. And he was really nice. He was really excited. He's like, "You sure everything's here?" He's like, "Yes, we double checked." And we gave him some extra Christmas goodies of our own, and a thank you note, and thanked him graciously. Then we had an order at 6:05 for Wendy's. Oh boy, was that fun. That mess took till like an hour fooling with that. A big order from Wendy's. Okay. And it it took forever to get the food. I don't know what was wrong with that particular Wendy's over there by the Dillards. But every order I was sent over there, it took them a lifetime, and I don't care if the place was empty. It took them a lifetime to get that food ready. It was beyond belief. It felt like every time I went there, it was like 30 minutes for an order. I don't care if it's a burger and a drink or it was a big giant order. It took forever. And I was really disappointed because Wendy's is usually really, really fast. And some of the Wendy's are direct order through Doordash, and it's already paid for. This one was not. It was a card order. I had to go in and order it and all that. But it was ridiculous all day yesterday over there. I don't know what their problem was. Maybe they had all new people. I don't have a clue, but they were screwed up. Anyway, it took forever to get that order. It was for $8.71. So go to GPS the address, and it's Juanita Drive. Okay. The only Juanita Drive is in Fort Pierce, like 424 miles away. And there's a Juanita Street and Juanita Avenue. And I text to the customer, ordering your food, waiting on food ready. Then I text them, please give me your exact address, because the only Juanita Drive is in Fort Pierce, Florida, and I'm not driving 424 miles tonight. So, love to, but no. So anyway, I get no answer. So I figured, well, let's see, Juanita Avenue, I'll try that. And that's already like 6 miles away. Oh, I was mad. So I drive all the way to that while texting corporate, waiting for them to answer. Because tried to call and it was like on hold for life. So I went to the text and there was like 60 people waiting. It'll tell you when you hit that little text thing. And so, and while you're doing that, it stops the app. You can't clock the order out or anything. You're locked up until you get done with them. And so waiting and waiting. So I get about a mile from that street. And I think, well, hopefully it's just a simple mistake or they don't know where they're at. So I will just wait, a mile away. And hopefully when they confirm the address that I need to go to, then I could just dodge over there if that's the correct address. So the other Juanita was way over the other way. So anyway, we ended up parking in front of a very dark place. It was pretty creepy. And so we're waiting and waiting as they're trying to reach the customer. And it goes on and on and on and on and on. And so then they tried about 6 times to call him. We're still waiting. We waited like an hour for that mess. And finally, he says, well, can you click delivered on the app? And I said, nope. It says address location too far away. And I said, it sounds to me like one of our orders got mixed up with Fort Pierce, Florida or something. So anyway, he says, I'll fix it. I'll mark it delivered. I said, well, how do I get paid on that? Because I have all that downtime waiting and ordering the food, which took forever. Then I had to drive way over here and I'm waiting to try to deliver the food. And so and I had to sit here all this time and I'm losing money not taking orders. And so he said, oh, I'll give you half credit for the order. And don't worry. And I said, what about my ratings? And he's like, oh, I got that. So then finally they marked it delivered. And I said, okay, now what do you want me to do? So I start leaving to try to head back, towards Dillard's. In that, there's a Mexican restaurant I like to go to because I get a lot of good orders from there. And they're always real close by in a real good area to deliver to. So I'm headed that way. I said, I had to wait for him to answer because they were taking a while to answer. And I said, you want me to take this food back to Wendy's? And he said, no, just give it to a homeless person. I said, really? I said, well, God bless you. So anyway, we pulled off and there was these people that had little signs and all that, whether they were real or not. Oh, well, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Because I guess Doordash can write that order off. So I gave the food to him. Tons of food. And even this fresh strawberry lemonade thing. So anyway, about 10 minutes later, the phone is ringing 2 or 3 times coming across with the 650 number, whatever it is, from California, which is Doordash. So finally I freaking answer it. And I'm trying to have my thing online so that I can get orders because when they call or text, I can't get any orders. I can't get any work. So anyway, it ties up my app and everything. So anyway, I answer and the lady's on there and she's like, what about this order? It's like I just spent, like an hour on the text thing to corporate about this order. And the customer cannot be reached. They don't answer the phone by text. They don't answer the phone by calling. They told me they were going to write the order off, put it as delivered, make sure my ratings weren't affected, and I get paid half. And she said, well, where's the food? I said, he told me to give it to the homeless people. And I did. That was like, 10 minutes ago. She says, oh. And I said, I mean, what do you want me to do? Oh, well, let me try to reach a customer. I was like, why are we doing this again? So now I got to be on the phone for another, 15 more minutes while she's playing around trying to reach a customer when I already done this for an hour with the other rep on the text thing. So anyway, now I'm sitting over there waiting by where I wanted to wait for my next order. And I can't take orders because I'm on the phone with a Doordash rep because they called me about that order. And she comes back, she says, oh God, finally got a hold of them. And she says, it was an accident. It is Juanita Avenue. Because I kept telling her there's no Juanita Drive that's 424 miles away, and I'm not driving to Fort Pierce. And I can't get a hold of the customer. Obviously, they're using somebody's account or something or other. And, or they're, Airbnb and they don't even know where they're at. I don't know. But you would think if they wanted all that food, they would sure be answering, So anyway, she says, yeah, I just talked to him and it's Juanita Avenue, da 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 da. I said, well, okay, so what do you want me to do? She says, well, I guess I'll handle it, but you don't have food. I'm like, no, don't have the food. That's been gone. I mean, how good is it going to be after it sits in a hot bag? It was already sweating. The bags were about damp from being in. I have a really good hot bag. I mean, really? Do you really want to, give customers food that old, that's soggy and wet, and it melted drinks? I mean, because now we're talking an hour and a half. That's not even proper to deliver, So anyway, she says, well, okay, I'll take care of it. Well, I think I got whacked on my rating because the guy marked it delivered, so that means the customer could rate it, and they probably went in and rated me all to hell because they never got their food. I don't know. I don't know how that works. I don't know if they can block them from doing that or what. But that kind of bit because my ratings dropped to 4.5 from 5.5 in less than 24 hours. But anyway. So finally got over that. That was not cool. So we did like an hour and a half on that order alone, dancing around, which took me from 6:05 p.m. when the order was sent to me and I accepted to 8:14 p.m. where I couldn't get any orders, and it was like I was sitting on the app and I couldn't even get an order. So I ended up closing my shift out because my shift was still 10 because I couldn't get any orders. I thought maybe they had blocked it because I had problematic orders that day. Because a lot of times they'll shut your stuff down and then they don't ship you orders. So anyway, I get sent to I get an order comes across. I get sent to Whataburger, which is like right around the corner. So I drive to that, and I'll be damned if the Whataburger, the Whataburger is closed down for remodeling. They got a big tractor trailer out there with locked up, sitting there, which obviously has supplies, whatever, for them to work on it. And they got the roof tarped, and there's only a few lights on inside the building. There's no cars there. There's a sign on the side that says, sorry for the inconvenience, under construction. And the sign's off. So it's just in the dark. Total darkness over there. So now I'm going, oh man. And I'm thinking, well, there's other Whataburgers, but I better check with corporate because I can adjust my time if they send me to another Whataburger. I don't want to just go to any. And especially if that order is not a red card order and it was supposed to be prepared to that store, I'm not gonna be able to pay for it. So at another store. So I text corporate. I tried to call them and I was on hold for a minute. That didn't work. I don't like the call thing. I'd rather just text them. So I had to wait. It was like 80 in quo waiting. It goes real fast though, as long as you got good signal and everything. When I got there, I put on there unable while I was waiting on the rep to answer the text, I put unable to deliver, and a screen flashes up and says why. And I said, business is closed. It's not even open. So then it says take a picture. So then you gotta take your phone and you take a picture of the business in non-operation. So I took a picture and sent it. They said wait till we confirm text corporate. Well, I'd already done that. So anyway, I'm still waiting. It only took a few minutes. And the corporate person answers. They've answered me before. They were great. They answered me when I was up in Mobile the other day working. And I'm like, hi. Hate to break this to you, but I was sent to Whataburger and it's closed. It's like being remodeled. It's like not open, period. Nothing. And so I said, really? And I'm like, yeah. I said, but there's other Whataburgers in the area. I said, there's one like 4 miles from me. And there's like four of them, in all different directions. What would you like me to do? So they checked it out and then they kind of verified it and they said, okay, don't worry about it. And I said, what about my ratings and stuff? And they said, well, we'll pay you like, half of the order, even though you went and didn't deliver or get it. And I was like, okay, cool. So see, they weren't offering to do that stuff before when we had problematic orders. They were just skating, taking my time, gas, and money. So you got to ask them if it affects your ratings, if they're going to pay anything on it for your time and gas. So anyway, that went over real quick. Got out of that and ended up going on the Dash Now, signing in on Dash Now again. And I got an order for Wendy's, and that was like $7, something like that. I didn't get it written down here. And all of a sudden the guy is sending me all these messages. Gate code is this, a building number is this, da 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 da. And I'm like, here we go again, another one of these big complexes. So I sent a message, white Mercedes, Christmas lights. And then I send, near you. After I get 1 mile, I send him the 1 mile message and then I say, near you. And so I go through the gate, and what a pain in the butt. I'd literally get out of the car to put the gate code in. And get in the gate, because it has a sign, you better hurry because it'll close. And so I get in there, and it had like Moto Drive gates, So anyway, they like open instead of sliding, they open. So I went in there, and it's a beautiful complex, and there's building upon building upon building. I went, oh crap. So there's a leasing office. I park in front of that. And it's Sunday. No, actually, there was no leasing office there. There was a post office, and it was actually building 1. That was the one. It was the night order. Yeah. And so it was right next to the building 1 where this guy was supposed to be located. So anyway, I told him, white Mercedes and Christmas lights parked in front of your building by the post office box, because I don't know if that's really the front of the building or the back or the side or what they consider that, because it may not be. I don't want them traipsing all over in the dark looking for me. And the guy jumped right down there, came right to the car, and I said, hi. I said, Doordash order? He said, why, yes. And I said, will you please confirm the name on the order, please? And he told me, and it matched the order. And I said, well, I've got some great goodies for you, and it's smoking hot. And I had all this stuff that they had ordered. And I gave him some extra Christmas goodies and a thank you note. And told him thank you ever so much. And he was so nice. He was really, really nice. And he's like, man, I sure appreciate you coming out and everything. I'm like, no problem. We can't wait to get your order again. And you have a really great and blessed evening. So that was really great. But so far, I haven't got any poo-pooing customers, which is neat. And most of the restaurants are just absolutely wonderful. We did have a problem at BJ's last night for the first time ever. Whoever is on the order desk at BJ's last night, it was a black girl, real pretty girl, was like a pit snake. She was absolutely horrible. They have a little white girl that's kind of heavy with glasses and dark hair. That it kind of looks like the Scooby Doo girl, and she is normally there all the time, day and night. And that girl is so wonderful, she's beyond belief. But this person that was working last night at BJ's by Dillard's Mall was a jerk, absolutely obnoxious. The orders were slow, nothing was ready. And when I went in a couple times to go to the loo, she was standing there playing with her phone or talking to another employee. And I mean, business was slammed yesterday. Sunday is good in Pensacola, let me tell you. Everything's jamming. The streets are jamming. The malls are jamming. The restaurants are jamming. Um, uh, the BJ's did more to-go business yesterday than they did in-house business. Yeah, I'm telling you, that to-go just flies. I don't know what it is about that food. I've never eaten their food, but they sure pack it properly. It's really, really nice. But I'm going to tell you, the BJ's is something else. But anyway, so I ended that shift at 9:19 because I just wasn't getting anything else. I didn't feel like hanging out. I was exhausted, tired from going around in circles. You get real tired after a while. Even though you're not doing much of nothing, you just get exhausted from all that driving and excitement and all that stuff. So I was pretty bugged because of all the difficult orders I had that day. From the place being closed for life and the people that didn't answer and probably using somebody else's account, I guess, because they'd have known. But my total sales were $75.23 for that day. And I got off early, and that's all she wrote. So if you enjoyed this vlog or got a kick out of it, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. And if you will subscribe to my channel, which is free, then find that tipping button. I think it's in this. Then you'll always know when I've got a new vlog. And if you ring that bell, you'll be notified as soon as I do a vlog. But anyway, I saw these. If you like one of these, hold that up over there. That's a button. I have the big round ones, and you can get those on my website, and they pin on your clothes. And they're really handy, and they're cute. And it just is kind of a little gentle reminder. And people love them. So if you need one of those, the big ones are $6. Sometimes I have a sale on them, but go to my website, showgirlltd.com. And let me show you my cool Christmas lights that we wear when we're delivering at night so that people can not have to be scared about walking up to a car. You can get these at Dollar Tree. I've got it on, but you probably can't even see it in this light right now. Hold it real still and see if they can see it blinking. But wear those around your neck like a necklace. Turn it on when you get to the place you're going. And even the restaurants just think it's cool as hell. I have light up shoes and all kinds of cool stuff that I wear. Dress your best. There's a guy that wears costumes every day he delivers in Pensacola, and it's really neat. He drives in a little Mini Cooper, and he really gets into it. So enjoy it. I hope you have fun. There's a lot of money to be made, and they're opening new locations every day. Also, just so you know, Fort Walton, Florida will be opening shortly. Navarre, they've included Navarre, Florida, oddly enough, which is good. That's a high dollar area. Destin, Florida, Valparaiso, Niceville area of Florida, and going down towards East Destin out by Miramar Beach, Silver Sands will be opening just shortly here. They need more drivers, so if you're interested, sign up for your area and make sure that you're ready to roll because the money will be flying, and especially when that first opens. And those are some good locations to work. So you can work DoorDash all over the states and other cities whenever you feel like it. You don't have to send a message to change your location or that horse crap that people say. It's not necessary. Just if you're like within about 250-mile radius, I would say you can clock into shifts or schedule shifts um, for those cities and states on your app. You can't like literally clock in or dash now unless you're actually in that city at that time. So if you don't want to make a schedule, you just want to do it when you get there. Well, when you get there, hit dash now on your app and go to work. So you enjoy it. I hope I helped you a lot. I have some other cool vlogs about DoorDash and free delivery service. So you have a really great day. I love you. Thanks so much for joining me today. And let me tell you all about my big day Sunday in Pensacola, Florida. So I'll be doing cities all over the states, and I'll tell you all about them. All right, talk to you later. Make a bunch of money. May the money tree follow your way. And dash on, dancer on, prancer on, comment on, vixen. The money's all year round. Because Christmas is all year round. And you're going to love it. Have a blessed day. Love to you. Big Red.